Today's video is 8 traits all about alpha males. Now you're probably thinking, well, I'm a dude and I'm definitely not an alpha male because I do this or I have this or I do that. Now I'm going to completely blow your socks off with this video because it's not about this macho Johnny Bravo type image right here. So if you are an emotionally sensitive person, you prefer the feminine creative side of life such as dance and arts and poetry, this does not mean that you are not capable of wearing the alpha male badge. So let's bust some myths with these 8 traits. Stay tuned. An alpha male will stick to his boundaries with confidence. A confident alpha male, he definitely knows what he wants in life and a good way of how to do it. He's probably experienced enough bad days to create a list of things he doesn't like and people he doesn't like. And in this mental list, he is very much well aware of what he needs to avoid and lives by strict examples daily. So his boundaries are set with confidence. He doesn't just say, hey, this is my new way of doing something, and then finds it uber hard to work up the courage to tell someone that they've overstepped the boundary line. He is confident to tell people politely where to go if they overstep the mark. But don't get this confused with the aggressive, typical macho type we think of. A true alpha male will not ever intend to hurt someone, and when problems do arise, they can assert their confidence and they can deal with it very, very calmly. A non-alpha male is passive when it comes to maintaining his boundary territory. So yes, he's vastly different because he lets people walk over the rules. He lets them break the rules and he finds it so awkward with every cell in his body to speak up and demand his worth. Now, most of the time, he will probably use passive-aggressive digs at people, hoping that this will somehow make them see his worth. However, when the passive non-alpha can no longer hold in this disappointment and rage, he will explode like a bottle of pop and Mentos. And he will say, well, look, you created this problem, you were unhappy, so I gave you my rage because you didn't respect my boundaries. And as we can tell, it's a very unhealthy way of coping with things. Now, some boundaries that alpha males have could be financial stability. They refuse to let people borrow their money. They don't engage with people that are low value. They don't like to give people their possessions in case they come back broken, and they don't let people take up their free time, meaning they know when to cut nights out short. They know when to say to someone, you know what, I have to go now, rather than have a 2-hour-long conversation. He seeks connection with the ladies. Now, the alpha male, they just radiate this confidence, and this attracts the high-value ladies because, they value his fulfilling life and his extreme emotional intelligence. And these men, they seek genuine connection with ladies. They actually want to build a life. They really could not care for those one-night stand kind of things. They are willing to give and take in the relationship, which in comparison to a beta male is vastly different. Betas crave validation from women. They want as many notches in their bedposts as possible, and due to their lack of self-worth, they seek trophy girlfriends and very attractive people to date because they feel like they will give them compliments and reassurance, and sometimes they also put up with disrespectful women, the emotionally damaged women, all in the bid to feel some reassurance that they are worthy of love, which is kind of sad. He can accept rejection from women, and if you have seen our Nice Guys videos, which I hope you have, and if you haven't, go check them next, you know where this next point is going. A nice guy is the one that turns oh so bitter when he doesn't get his own way. He will throw a tantrum if a woman turns him down, thinking that this will change her mind. He's even the type to offend a lady if she politely declines his date or is honest if the relationship's not working out. But an alpha male, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. If an alpha male tries to impress a woman, or maybe he's having a relationship with her and things don't work out, he will reply to her something along the lines of, you know what, I respect your decision. It was amazing spending all this time with you. If you change your mind, then please get in touch. But until then, all the best. He most definitely is a gentleman. Tapping into that last jab about the nice guy on the previous tip, let's actually talk about nice guys. The alpha male is kind and polite and respects everyone. Obviously, he will not accept if someone is rude or disrespectful to him, and he will kindly put that person in their place. Now, alpha males care about the needs of other people. They want to help out other people without expecting anything in return because they don't have anything to gain, which is the complete opposite for the nice guy. The alpha male will do all those typical gentleman things, give up his jacket, open the door for people, offer to help someone out who is struggling, possibly pull up at the side of the road if someone's, broken their tire. He will literally do anything to offer help to someone who is struggling. But the nice guy, who is in no way, shape or form a gentleman, he will only offer help to other people or be polite and kind if it benefits him and earns something or the approval from other people. He is aware of his weaknesses and he takes action. This is a prime example of what you probably think an alpha male looks like, Jason Momoa. In an interview with InStyle, he actually talks about how he struggled growing up without a father and how this is a big weakness for him because it vastly affects the relationship that he has with his 12-year-old son. And to quote, "I have lots of problems and I want to be able to correct those problems." So alpha males can open up and they can be honest about their weaknesses and their struggles so that they, one, don't cause themselves any more pain, and two, it allows them the acceptance and growth to be a better person. And yes, despite what you think, alpha males really aren't demigods, and this guy really isn't Aquaman in real life. What makes a beta different from an alpha is the whole dependency of how the weakness affects them. So a beta male, well, they are gonna refuse to accept their weaknesses, and they will fight until the sun goes down to prove that they are right. And they're most definitely the type to refuse to ask for help and ignore advice from experienced people, and they will always insist it's their way or the highway. Now, a great example is how the alpha and the beta struggle with depression. Now, depression affects more of us than we could ever imagine, and it truly is a terrible, terrible disease. But the alpha, well, they're going to accept that they are struggling with depression, and they will do anything to fight it and get back to feeling a-okay. He knows the depression moment is going to pass, and when it does, he's going to try and prevent it from happening by attending therapy, group coaching, or just reading some form of a self-help novel. Whereas the beta, well, different story here. They may take a long time to admit to themselves that they are depressed, and they are going to refuse to take action or fix the issue that caused the depression. There will always be something else for the cause of the depression. Most likely, he will just assume it's someone else's fault. So really, what makes a man more powerful? Obviously, a man that can acknowledge their weaknesses, and if they are willing to work on them and ask for help when they need it, this makes them very powerful, which thus they become the alpha male. He takes full responsibility in his life. He has accepted the cards that he was dealt with, and he finds a way to work around those setbacks. And instead of blaming life, his upbringing, his family, his culture, his heritage, and anything else that he feels kind of holds him back, he thinks, what am I just going to do right now with what I currently have to become the better version? Now, alphas are not the type to complain and wallow in all self-pity. They do take action and they take full responsibility to make something work. Now, let's be honest, it's hard for anyone to accept that their current bad situation is a result of their own decisions. That sucks. However, an alpha male is willing to accept life circumstances and to just get on with it and make a change. But the beta, on the other hand, well, they wouldn't really learn from past experiences. If he lost his job, he would not attempt to change his work ethics or use this time to set a new plan for a better future. Instead, you can expect him to complain and blame everyone and everything around him for the reason why he lost his job. He turns to others for advice, not for answers. One of the biggest traits of an alpha is his ownership to achieve greatness. Now, he will not suppress his gut feelings that he has, and he will most definitely not ignore his soul calling. Instead, he's going to work hard to achieve something because the fear of regret for not doing something is going to most definitely haunt him. If he has that niggling feeling that what he is doing in life isn't quite right for him, such as the current career path or the relationship, well, he won't ask people what he should do, hoping that they would give him answers. He will seek the advice from someone that will give him the outcome that he wants. As a career, for example, if he wasn't happy to sit behind a desk and make sales calls after sales calls after sales calls all day, well, he's not going to ask his friends and his family what to do because he knows that they would just tell him to just suck it up and to keep a stable job just like the rest of us. When instead, he would actually seek advice from a business mentor and he would start the business in his part-time of something that he has always dreamed about to get that ball rolling. He is going to go to other people for advice on how to achieve the life he wants and to trust his gut instincts. On the lines of greatness, he really does achieve it in all areas of his life. He does know his potential and he works hard on achieving greatness every single day. He wants high-value relationships, a good career, happiness, free time, and physical good health. He wants to live life to its fullest, and he understands that life is so precious that it could be taken away at any second, and he takes full responsibility to live each day to its best. Now, are you ready for me to blow your socks off? Now, you are probably going to assume that men that have high status jobs, they make 6 figures a year, they are driving around in fancy cars and living in mansions, are the alpha male types, right? Well, buddy, you could not be more wrong. As a matter of fact, many betas achieve big success in their careers and finances, but they have extremely rocky relationships with their children and their wives or their husbands, and they don't have an identity outside of their career. The alpha has greatness in every single category of his life because he made it that way. He is happy to earn less, but to live a rich life in other ways. He's going to prioritize his relationships and he makes life work for him, not the other way round. And we have reached the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you want to watch some more, then please do. There will be some videos at the side of my head, so click those if you want to watch some more. Give us a huge like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.